Philadelphia news, team of my heart.
You saw the Sixers make moves, but let's be honest, this season hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Mistakes in free agency, missed opportunities, but just when you thought the front office was out of tricks, they pulled off a heist. Quentin Grimes is proving to be a game changer, and the Mavericks? They might have just gifted Philly their next star. Stick around because this Sixers news and trade update is about to shock you. You've seen this before. Teams scrambling mid-season, trying to make up for off-season blunders. The Sixers? No different. But while some moves barely make a ripple, others change everything. And that's exactly what happened when Philly landed Quentin Grimes. Let's rewind. The Sixers were desperate for financial flexibility, trying to clear cap space without sacrificing real talent. Then came the trade, Caleb Martin for Quentin Grimes. At first, it looked questionable. Martin had been a key rotation piece, a solid wing with playoff experience, and a great contract. The reaction? Mixed at best. People wondered, why give up a guy who fits so well for someone who is barely making an impact in Dallas? But now, the entire conversation has flipped. Grimes isn't just filling a role, he's emerging as a real difference maker. His numbers are climbing, his confidence is through the roof, and while some might say it's because the Sixers are missing key players, it doesn't matter. Production is production. Meanwhile, Martin has barely played for the Mavericks. Injuries, inconsistency, and a lack of impact have made that trade look like a flat-out robbery for Philadelphia. And it gets even worse for Dallas. At first, reports made it seem like Grimes wanted out, that he forced the Mavericks' hand after they acquired Max Christie in the Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis blockbuster. But according to Marc Stein, that was never true. Grimes never asked for a trade. Instead, it was just Dallas getting impatient, looking for a quick fix and failing to see what they had right in front of them. Now, Philly is reaping the rewards. Dallas fans are furious. First, they had to stomach the Luka trade drama, and now they're realizing that giving up Grimes for Martin might go down as one of their worst moves of the season. Sure, it won't top trading away their franchise cornerstone, but this one still stings. And for you, if you're a Sixers fan, this is exactly the kind of win you needed. After a season full of question marks, this move is proving to be pure gold. What do you think? Did the Sixers completely fleece the Mavericks with this trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Grimes wasn't just a throw-in. He wasn't just a maybe he works out kind of player. He was a steal. And now, the entire league is starting to realize it. You see him out there, knocking down shots, defending with energy, making winning plays. And the best part? He's just getting started. Dallas made a mistake, no doubt about it. But what makes it even worse is that they didn't even realize what they had. They rushed the deal, thinking they were getting a player in Caleb Martin who would instantly fit into their system. Instead, they gave up on Grimes too soon. And if you're a Mavericks fan, this has to be frustrating. Because this isn't the first time their front office has fumbled a deal. Remember when they lost Jalen Brunson for nothing? The same impatience, the same lack of foresight. And now, history repeats itself. Meanwhile, for Philly, this is the kind of move that could pay dividends for years. Grimes is still only 24, and already you can see the flashes. His shooting mechanics are pure, his defensive instincts are sharp, and most importantly, he plays with the kind of edge that fits the city. He's not afraid of the moment. He's not afraid of expectations. That's exactly the kind of player you want in a Sixers uniform. And let's talk about Nick Nurse for a second. Because if there's one coach who knows how to develop talent, it's him. He did it in Toronto. He's doing it again in Philly. You give him a player like Grimes, someone with versatility, defensive toughness, and a developing offensive game, and you can already imagine how this plays out. More minutes, more responsibility, more impact. And while Dallas is still waiting for Martin to make a real contribution, Grimes is proving himself every single night. You can see the confidence growing. He's attacking the basket. He's making the right reads. He's becoming a weapon, and Philly is better for it. So now the real question becomes, what's next? Because if Grimes keeps trending upward, this isn't just about winning the trade anymore. This is about finding a core piece for the future. Think about it. Tyrese Maxey made that leap, and now Grimes is looking like another young player who could outplay his expectations. This is what championship caliber teams do. They don't just collect stars, they find the right pieces. And if Grimes continues on this path, he might just be one of those pieces for the Sixers. What do you think? Did Dallas give up on him too early? Or is this just another example of Philly's front office making the right move at the right time? Let me know in the comments. And here's where it gets even more exciting for you. This isn't just a short-term win. This could be the start of something much bigger for the Sixers. Because when you look at the way Quentin Grimes is playing, it's clear. He's not just a role player. He's got star potential. Think about it. He's showing flashes of elite two-way ability, something every contending team desperately needs. His defensive impact? Undeniable. He's guarding multiple positions, fighting through screens, and making the kind of hustle plays that get the Wells Fargo Center on its feet. And on offense, he's finding his rhythm. The three-point shot is falling. He's attacking closeouts. He's creating his own shot, something the Sixers desperately needed outside of their main stars. And let's not ignore the biggest factor in all of this, opportunity. Because without this trade, Grimes wouldn't have had this kind of chance in Dallas. He was buried in the rotation, barely getting touches. In Philly, he's thriving. He's proving he can handle bigger minutes, bigger assignments, and bigger moments. That's what makes this trade such a game changer. It's not just about swapping one player for another. It's about unlocking something that wasn't even on the radar before. The Sixers saw the potential, took the risk, and now they might have found a long-term piece for their core. Meanwhile, Dallas is left wondering what went wrong. Their impatience cost them a young, talented, high-upside player for a guy who hasn't even made an impact. And let's be real, Sixers fans, you love to see it. Because if there's one thing the city appreciates, it's players who fight for every inch, who bring energy, who make the most of their opportunity. Grimes, he fits that mold perfectly. So now it's time to look ahead. If this is just the beginning, where does it lead? Could he become a foundational piece for the future? Could he be a starter next season? Could he even turn into a legitimate difference maker in the playoffs? One thing's for sure, this is a trade Sixers fans won't forget anytime soon. Now, I've got to ask you, where do you see Quentin Grimes' ceiling? Do you think he's a future star? Or is he just a solid role player who got the right opportunity at the right time? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more Sixers news, more trade breakdowns, and more exclusive updates on Philly's biggest moves, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay locked in because this season is just getting started.